So, baby.
What's up, all my little roaches out there? Welcome to another edition of the Josh Potter Show. 'Tis I, Josh Potter, and coming up here, live shows. Just look for me with Annie and Tom on the road in November. That's all I got for the time being in November. Then come December, I'll be in Buffalo, my home club, Helium Comedy Club, December 22nd, 23rd. Those tickets are on sale at Josh_Potter on Instagram, at J_Potter on Twitter. You'll find the links there. Other than that, though, let's kick it over to my guest. Johnny Pemberton's here, everybody.
Hey, hey, oh my God, a full round.
A full round of applause.
Hey.
What do you got going on, dog? Plug everything
man.
off the rip.
I got no shows right now because I'm on this secret show.
Yeah, that's right. You're shooting things.
Amazon secret show. It'll be out in 2 years or 3 years, and I can talk about it then. But it's very cool. So
dude,
I'm
hyped. I'm hyped about it. We're not going to talk about it, but I'm hyped.
I mean, we just talked about as much as I can talk about, basically. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm hyped for you.
Amazon show. I got no dates though. Maybe, you know what? Look out for the spring.
Ooh.
Look out for the spring.
The springtime.
Just check out my websites, check out my socials, check out my podcast, check out Live to Tape podcast, and you'll figure it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm always fascinated with your acting tales because I know of you as a obviously hilarious comedian, and you're a great actor. You've been in so many things that are like cool to me. And you've also done auditions that I think are cool. Like you were telling me you did that Larry Bird audition for the
I think I was telling you how I passed on that, and I shouldn't have passed on it.
Yeah, but would you have been able to be Larry Bird?
No, but at the same time, the person who they got for Larry Bird, I think I could look more like Larry Bird than he looks like Larry Bird. Also, the Larry Bird thing is not so much, obviously it's the looks, but it's the persona, because Larry Bird was he was a badass.
Right.
He was a kind of a unconventional hard ass, and that's a special thing.
Yeah,
you know
that was a special. They kind of captured that, I guess. But that guy,
I haven't watched it, so I don't.
You
even
haven't
know.
watched it? Yeah, I mean, they showed. I didn't know that Larry Bird was such a prick.
Oh my God! But he's
until
like
I watched
perfect prick. He's like a good prick. You know what I mean?
But what's cool about that show is they make him like comic book character versions of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
I see. I gotta see it, I guess. But
yeah, you gotta watch it. Even Jerry West was pissed about it because he was like...
Yeah, but he's pissed about the whole thing, right? He just pissed that they made it and like, well, I wanted to be in there.
Yeah, well, he is.
How come I wasn't, but like in it like every day?
I get what you're saying.
Jerry,
well, they brought him
in
into consult. They brought him into consult, and he was like, this isn't how it happened. And they were like, well, this is kind of a dramatization. We're not like...
We're trying to make it look interesting, not necessarily completely and totally realistic.
And evidently he didn't like that.
People never like things. They're always like, oh, especially if it has something to do with them. They always complain about how it comes out. I feel like that's the case,
I was always...
Stephen King always complains about how his books were done.
Right.
It's like, hey man, this is like he doesn't like The Shining.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who should have done it better?
Well, then he tried to do it better, didn't he? For TV?
I don't know. Probably. I'm
Rob,
not really
you would know, right?
Yeah, he did.
He tried to do it himself, and it made it to television.
Yeah,
and it was dog shit.
Makes sense because you can't do what Stanley Kubrick did.
Right.
Not to say that his books are amazing, but they're different things. I feel like when people say, "Oh, the book is better," that doesn't make any sense. It's like saying, "Oh, this cat is able to get in a tree better than this horse."
Well, when you say the book is better, you're just saying that my imagination is better than what they saw.
The book
which is like a really like, oh, is it? You know what I mean?
The book is actually better.
Yeah.
The book is actually better. I've read them.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Ever heard of it? Book's better.
Have you ever watched Game of Thrones with someone who's read the books?
Oh, exhausting.
You can't because they go, oh, wow, I'm surprised I didn't. Sorry, that hasn't happened yet. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, they did that. Okay. That's interesting.
This new Dragon show.
I love it.
You love it?
I really do.
I am so bored by it.
Well, that's the thing why I like it, because it's not like Game of Thrones. It's like a dramatic show. It's just it's a dramatic show that just happens to have dragons. It's really just you're watching people argue and be like bitchy and stuff. It's like a reality show essentially.
I'm not some, wokehead or anything like that.
A
But I'm
wokehead? Is that the
saying
new
in my
term for
brain,
them?
yeah, I don't know what the word is, but
Yeah,
I'm
a
saying I'm not
wokehead.
offended by it or anything like that. But I do find it incredibly odd in the climate that we're in with, Me Too and grooming and things like
Right.
that so many women are standing the uncle character.
I think that's because they think he's attractive.
Yeah, but it's
You're talking about the blonde guy, right?
yeah, and he's like fucking his underage niece, and
Yeah,
they're
but you know
doing it
what?
in like
He
such
makes her
romantic
come.
ways.
That's the thing.
I guess.
If you get him off, it's like, that's all that matters. He's an attractive guy. He's interesting, and he's kind of like he's a bad boy. He's a bad
Oh
boy.
yeah, because it's like also taboo because it's my uncle.
I think that just where the whole thing is gonna meet behind the backside of the circle, and it's gonna be the woke heads are like, what's okay is incest.
Yeah,
Incest is okay.
the other side, it's like the horseshoe comes around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's that.
Well,
where-
another show that's kind of the same thing where I thought it was funny. I'm like, why not put it in the LGBTQ category? Is the Dahmer show?
They did put it in the category. And they got in
Right.
trouble.
I think that's regressive to take it out of there.
I think everything is bullshit and nothing actually matters. And everything is just the voices of 10 to 15 people. And
Yeah.
they just go, okay, we'll take it out. Doesn't matter, even though it's the gayest show ever made.
It was
In a good way. In a good
It
way.
was such a gay show in a great way.
Yeah, like
I thought.
total fan service constantly.
Well, why should straight white women get all the glory with victimhood in the serial killer shows? Why
Totally.
can't we have some gay representation and black representation for that matter?
And the best thing is, you heard what Dahmer said. That's the big thing they always kind of gloss over is that Dahmer was killing the people he did because he was really attracted to them.
Yeah, exactly.
He was very interested in people who are black and brown. Dahmer
Yeah,
really
they tried
loved
to
them
get
the
him on
most.
a hate crime.
Right.
I said a hate crime. That's a I love them so much crime.
Yeah.
Not a hate crime.
It's
Are you
funny
kidding?
how that's the case. It's like a thing where, yeah. 'Cause he's so dumb. Well, I liked him so much. I just didn't want him to leave me, so I thought that
I zombified them and they died.
took his car keys and then made him some coffee. I kept laughing the first couple episodes of that show because the voice, because I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say, did you try out for that role?
No, that was Evan Peters probably from the get-go. I think
You think
Evan
he just
Peters and
got
Ryan
it?
Murphy have a thing. So it's like he just
I
probably
see.
wrote it for Evan Peters. Yeah.
Now,
Evans,
I
I
was
can't
a
do that. I
little-
couldn't do that. I could not do that role.
I was taken out of it because I was like, this guy's just doing Joe Pera.
Someone else said that to me, but I think for me it's not the case because that's what people sound like from Wisconsin.
Sure.
They sound a little Chicago, a little Minnesota. It's that weird kind of like thing in the middle there where you're gonna, do you want to get it brat?
Now, Buffalo is like that mixed with Boston.
Oh, what is Buffalo accent?
It's just a flat A. So I'm
Flat
from
A.
Cheektowaga, and we went down to the mall, and I'm going to buy, I can't think of any more flat A words.
Flat A, flat.
Yeah, it's just, we just talk
can't
like
do it.
this. It's like, it's a drawn out, like, yours is a little more peppy.
Sort of, but that's the Dahmer one is so slow.
Yeah.
That's what they say it's like Paras because Joe talks so slow.
I'm from Buffalo. That's like the, you know what I'm saying?
But Dahmer's like, oh God, I can't even do it anymore.
Yeah, I can't even, I can't
all
do
the
it.
time.
I'm not a voice guy.
I had this character I was trying out where he's the guy that they found in the Milwaukee airport. Ryan Murphy found him. He's the consultant for Dahmer.
Mm-hmm.
They have him come. He's just some out-of-work welder from Wisconsin. And he sits there in the writer's room. And it's like, oh, actually, he would probably have a beer now. Even though he's at work, I think he'd want to have a beer there. Like, really? He's like, yeah, because the boss, they don't care at all. And they just feed him in and out. And he's like, I can't believe you guys are paying for my lunch every day. It's crazy. They just get me these doubles and I get animal-style fries. Heck, they're good as hell. I mean, is that cool if I have beer in here? They're just like, fine. Oh, hey, any of you guys here got some coke? I could do a toot if you want.
A toot.
I'm not gay or nothing, but
That's hilarious. Yeah, it gets really regressive.
They just found him in the airport and they pay him like $400 a week, and he's like, "Oh my God, are you sure this is too much?" He's the Milwaukee consultant, the dirtbag consultant.
That's hilarious. I don't know. I have spent a lot of time up in that area. Milwaukee, I've been to a bunch of times.
Yeah, me too.
And there's another accent there that's not that. It's like my old roommate had it.
Is it the Milwaukee accent?
It's something. It's like they all have this weird...
Well, there's the Chicago accent, which is kind of a bit more like this. It's kind of a bit like, so you're drinking some Red Bull, huh?
No, it's like there's like this millennial Milwaukee
Oh, well,
tone.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's strange. It's
I just
like
know how my Uncle Dave sounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I watch Star Trek.
When did you move to L.A.?
A long time ago.
No, I mean, like, how old were you? Did you live in Minnesota?
Yeah, I grew up there.
Okay.
I grew up in Minnesota, went to high school there. I only lived in Minnesota, went to college in Florida State.
Florida State.
And then
There's some
moved here. Oh, yeah, man. Some like serious redneckers.
Did you go to Florida State with any cool football players?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you don't see them.
Yeah. They're not going to school.
No, they are not going to school. I didn't realize that until I had a final for, I think it was like geology or some weird, stupid class freshman year. I walked in there and I was like, oh, this is the wrong class. It was full. I walked back out. I'm like, what the fuck? How am I thought I'm in the right class. I was. It's just there was so many people there who never go to class and only show up the one time they have to go for the test that I thought. I'm pretty sure there was 2 football players in that class. I saw them show up maybe twice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they pull up in a Ferrari. Like, how'd they get that? Oh,
I don't even know. That was that was back when was it Weineke? Not Weineke. What was
Winky?
Winky
Yeah.
he's a kicker?
He would have been a quarterback?
Okay, Winky was the quarterback. Sebastian Janikowski was our kicker.
Okay.
And
Seabass.
who was the running back who was really good?
Peter
Warwick?
That year.
Peter,
okay.
No, is that right?
That
Peter
doesn't sound
Warwick?
familiar. But I'm not
good.
I'm not up on my other than like Deion Sanders
He went to
and then
Florida State?
EJ Manuel. Mm-hmm. But that would have been way before you, and then EJ Manuel would have been much. I mean, it would have been unless you graduated in 2014.
Well, I'm a new sports guy too. You gotta remember that. I only
True.
started watching football 2 years ago.
That's so. This is a funny thing. I one day I was looking at Twitter and I saw your tweet about. You asked like, "What is the point of preseason football?"
Yeah.
And I answered it in the most earnest way.
Which was, what did you say again?
I want to find it. I'm going to find it here. Or maybe you can pull it up there. Yeah, I've been clearing my. I lost my voice at Skankfest.
That was recently, though, right?
Yeah, it was just last weekend. So I got home on Sunday, had no voice, didn't have a voice. I had a set on Thursday night, and I had like the lower register there. And then yesterday I came in and we did a show, and I got my voice back, but now I feel like I'm losing it again.
I have it right here.
Okay, here it is.
Okay, so read what it says since you have it there, Kirsten.
To assess talent at the depths of positions.
Hold on. To reset. So Johnny asked, what did he ask first?
He said, what's the point of preseason games? Serious question.
Serious question. So I was like, well, I'm going to give him a serious answer.
Because I was saying this because none of the 18 plays. Cousins was out, Dalvin's out, Justin Jefferson's out. No one who you care about is playing.
Well,
so it's not the real team.
Before we
really.
explain in the thing that I wrote, this year was unique in that.
Why
because
is that?
I don't know why. And it's actually come to catch up with a bunch of teams because they didn't play their starters at all. Mm-hmm. And there also was one less preseason game than there typically has been because they changed it so it's only 3 now. And it's come to bite some teams in the ass because it took them about 4 weeks to get into the rhythm.
Right.
So what did I write as a serious answer to the point of preseason?
You said to assess talent at the depths of positions in order to discover who might be able to step up in cases of injury and who might grasp playbooks and schemes or gel better than others in the ensemble of the roster. To optimize the depth chart and know your positions of strength and weakness, it's live-action rehearsal you wouldn't get in any other type of practice context, and games have no bearing on standings, so you can try things or persons that are out of character or applicable to certain moments.
Nerd alert.
Nerd. Great answer though.
No, I mean I love preseason football,
Really?
and I kind of get mad that they took a game away because it kind of just changes the everything. And I am a nerd about it because then you get to learn the depths of everybody. And there's been guys. Cecil Wilson came out of preseason football. He wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for preseason.
Why? Because he
football.
just showed up.
No, because he was a 3rd-round draft pick
Whoa.
that they were playing in, during the preseason just to see what they were getting, and he was lights out to the point where he usurped
What's
the
that mean,
starter.
lights out?
Just like he crushed it.
Okay.
He came out there and wowed everybody. People were like, holy shit.
So
to
he
the
did
point
show
where
up. He showed
they
up.
paid Matt Flynn that year $10 million. Like a huge contract. Matt Flynn off the bench in Green Bay. They paid him $10 million, like off the grip, and they benched him for Russell Wilson, a 3rd-round draft pick. And
Russell Wilson, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is old stuff.
This is like I'm telling an example from, I guess, 2011 or so.
Yeah.
But that happens all the time with other positions. You know what I mean? Like, so I was mad that they shortened preseason. And it's always fun to see guys battle for jobs. That's really
because
the
you
fun
want to
part,
see them.
too.
Oh, because that's it. Because you want to see them play as best they can. So they're really just trying to show themselves so they can get, like, pick me.
Jobs, yeah.
Yeah, they want to get on the team, make it to the playing regularly.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
But, yeah, so you're just getting into football, and that was but I thought you were trolling me after I wrote
No,
it.
it was not.
I was like, oh, I shouldn't have answered so serious.
Because I really just, there's so much stuff I don't understand about football that it's fun to learn.
Well, let's learn a little something
Yeah,
or other. Let's
I
get
just
into the
don't-
sports.
Beep 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 beep.
It's long.
I should have worn my NFL hat. I have a generic
Yeah, you have the
NFL.
shield, right?
I have the shield on a purple hat, so it's subtly Vikings.
Like Rob Lowe.
Yeah, like everyone keeps telling me that, but I did not know Rob Lowe did that when I bought the hat.
I mean, how could you if you're just getting into the? It's like a meme though. But I do that with baseball. I wear the shield with baseball. I don't know if they call it the shield in baseball, but I wear the
MLB crest.
I wear the MLB crest because everybody and I actually got called out for it recently because I was wearing a
Called
Phillies
out
hat.
for it.
Yeah, I had a Phillies hat on, and someone's like, "So what team are you a fan of?" You're kind of all over the board, and I was like, "I've said it time and time again. I am a fan of all 30 teams. I have no favorites.
You don't?
I love baseball."
Okay, so you're not like baseball is unique for you. You just like the sport.
Yes,
Yeah.
because there's no team from Buffalo.
I kind of want to pick a hockey team. I'm getting into hockey now.
Buffalo Sabres, dude. They're the most fun team in the whole NHL.
See, I have no connection. I also don't. Comes down to, for me.
Why don't you Minnesota Wild then?
Because it's too much Minnesota teams, I feel like.
What?
I'll like the Minnesota Wild, but they're not the North Stars anymore, you know?
I get that if a team moves and comes back, but like they're there. I mean, I don't know. Too many of where you're from is no such thing to me. If it's Buffalo,
I want to be able to wear a classic retired jersey of a team.
They have a
Like the Nordiques old
the
jersey.
Minnesota Wild wear a throwback. It's called the reverse retro jersey.
Really? What is
but
it?
But it is the North Stars logo. It's kind of like a mesh between the two.
But how can they do that? Because the Stars are still a team, right?
Well, the Dallas Stars are a
Right.
team, but they don't have any sort of lineage to. They don't go back and like use Minnesota's records. I guess
Is it
they do.
Stars
but
logo? Is that it right there?
that is the reverse retro. So that's that. But they have another one
okay.
too, where they have the N, the North Stars. Maybe that's the wrong one. I'm sorry.
I just don't
That's
like
the
the
new
name,
one. That's
the
this year's
Wild.
reverse retro. Last year's reverse retro has
Is the Stars have an N on it still? The Dallas Stars?
No.
So just a star.
It's the Stars and
Yeah.
the Stars and A.
Okay, right.
Show me the Dallas Stars logo. I could talk about hockey all day.
I'm going to get into it this year, man. I'm getting so into hockey. I watched the playoffs last year. I forgot how much fun it is to watch
electric.
hockey. It's the best. It's so fast. It's great.
That's
It's a
the
great
Stars
sport.
logo.
The cool thing about
I hate the
that's
Dallas
a
Stars.
terrible logo now.
That's terrible. The Stars,
The D?
that old one from the 90s is better. If you go back, Rob,
The Dick ends.
I don't know what. There you go.
The Dick Stars.
No, go back. It's already on there. Down to the third, right there.
Okay.
That one's cool.
That's okay. Yeah. It's like Madonna,
But-
like Madonna era.
When I say yes, exactly. And when I say cool, I fucking hate them because of course, the Buffalo Sabres lost in
All Dallas teams
1999
suck.
to Dallas Stars.
All Dallas teams, I can't abide.
No? Ooh.
No.
You can't?
Yeah, because I just hate the Cowboys.
I don't care about that. Not a fig. Can't abide such idiocy any longer.
Yeah. You said
Who is that?
That's John Otto, legendary broadcaster
Oh.
out of Buffalo, New York. Lost his mind. And
Really?
Yeah.
What happened to his mind?
He just started going crazy on the air. He was just he would be on the air late at night taking phone calls, and he would start going on to some rants, maybe some Kanye West-esque rants.
Oh.
But there they are. Look at
Kanye,
those.
what a mistake.
What is that? Some anti-Semitic rants, you think?
I mean, there's just, you don't mess with them. You can't. He should know better.
You know what I find interesting about it is how many black people are defending him.
Oh, really?
So
I
like
have not kept up at all.
You
I
go
feel
like
it's
if
just gross.
if the KKK were to have to choose here, what do you think they are thinking of this whole
All
situation?
40 of them?
Yeah, what do you
all
think?
All 40 of them in Indianapolis just
or
sitting
just
around smoking?
I guess just Nazis. I don't know. Whatever
Yeah.
the white racists. Do you think they're just sitting back going like, wait a minute.
God, which one? I don't know.
My friend is my enemy of my foe of my it's like a weird like.
Yeah, it's too much math for them. They would probably just, I'm out. I'm going to get pizza and just watch old hockey clips.
I think at the end of the day, this could be the thing, sadly, that bridges white supremacists with black people is their hatred of Jews.
Okay.
You know? Think about it, because like
I can't even think about it.
white supremacists.
I'm a no think. Not even no comment. I'm a no think.
They like the black people better, is all I'm saying. They just, I really think at the end of the day, because they're like, well, they play for my favorite football team, and Jews don't. So,
but the blacks and the Jews have a huge history.
I know.
I just said that like an uncle, but there's a lot of commonalities, big time.
You would think, but they also collide. Malcolm X used to say some wild shit
He
about.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. There's so much stuff that's been lost to time. Not so much lost, but as in like, let's just keep it buried. Let's keep it. Let's keep the narrative fresh.
It's very, very interesting to me to see. As a person who just loves all people, I think it's very interesting to see that if you hate somebody now, it's becoming a sticky wicket.
I like and
how do you
hate
keep your hate
all
clean?
types.
I like.
I can
hate.
find a type of every type that I hate.
Sure.
I can
course.
like
individuals.
Every individual I like a kind.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I can find individuals in every group that I hate.
Oh, exactly. And I can find individuals and groups I hate that I like, and just everything. It's a real patchwork. It's a real quilt of like and hate, disinterest.
Do you want to
distrust.
hear a interesting football story?
I do actually.
Well, this is coming to us from Johnny Mo 3.
Hey, Johnny Mo.
So this is about a Dallas Cowboy.
Got it.
And maybe we can actually convince you that a Dallas Cowboy is a good guy.
They're okay. I just it's the fans. The Cowboy
The fans. Interesting. Well, let's see what happens here. A Dallas Cowboys superstar linebacker, Micah Parsons. Are you familiar? He's already electric.
I just know Dax and Lamb. That's all I know, really.
Okay. Dak is not so great this season. But he continues to shine on the football field. On Sunday, he led his team to a dominant 24-6 victory over the Detroit Lions. Parsons recorded his league-leading 7th sack of the season in the win, but it was something that he did off the field that many people are talking about over the weekend. Recently, a video was posted to social media of a special needs student at Arvin High School in California being bullied by having his head shaved, while others recorded the incident and laughed at him. Isn't that fucking nuts?
It's about as low as you can get.
That is, I mean, I can't believe bullying like that goes on. I don't even remember bullying like that when I was going to school in the 90s.
No, we didn't have special needs. We weren't allowed in my school, so it would never happen. But yeah. Can I say that?
Yeah, no, you can.
Okay. I did.
I mean, yeah, you just went to a really smart school. That's all. I mean,
yeah, super
it's
smart.
Not your fault.
Super smart Catholic school that couldn't afford anything.
They couldn't afford the special needs.
Well,
kids.
Catholics can't afford shit because they're all goes to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Oh yeah, the Skittle Fund.
Everyone knew what that was. Yeah, the Skittle Fund.
The Skittle Fund. Here, take a bunch of Skittles and forget what happened. Close the door. Send in who's waiting? Send them in.
The fucking God, pay taxes at the very least, Catholic Church. Come on. How did they not have money?
Well, because they're a bunch of drunks, I think.
Oh, they were spending it elsewhere is what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't know. I think they probably do have money, but it felt like they didn't because none of it goes to the school. It doesn't feel like a very enriched environment. It felt kind of like kind of meager, I would say is a good word for how the school felt.
Interesting.
It was meager.
Do you remember any bullying that you saw take place, or did you have any happen to you?
No, I was lucky. I feel like the school was so small that I had a lot of friends. Like I was really into music, playing in a band, and I had a lot of friends who were on the basketball team who were starters, and we would also play Dungeons and Dragons together. So
hell yeah,
like a weird thing where nerds interacting with people who smoked weed, interacting with. There was very little fighting. I don't remember much. There probably was some stuff that went on, but it was pretty. I don't know.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I mean, looking back, it's like, why not?
Oh,
it seemed like a diverse group of people.
Yeah.
Like you said, the stoners, the nerds, even some jocks, I'd imagine, would get into it. But I just didn't know if, because like you think about this. Remember in Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
With Emilio Estevez, he bullies the kid and he tapes his butt cheeks together.
No, but that sounds bad.
That's why he was in detention.
Oh, who do you do it to? To the
some guy. He goes,
not one of the guys.
Telling a story. Not somebody in the room. He was telling the story. He goes, so and so. I don't remember the guy's name that he says, but he goes, well, you know how hairy he is, right? I duct taped his butt cheeks together. And he was like crying when he said it on there.
Really?
And back in the day, I used to laugh at that and be like, what a weird, like they're like talking about this seriously. Like what a weird thing. I would laugh like that's hilarious. But then I grew older and I got hairy and I realized how.
You are hairy.
Yeah. If Emilio Estevez duct taped my butt cheeks together, like, yeah, that's taking skin off, dog.
But it wouldn't stick because you got so much hair.
Well, not if you really fucking think about it. I mean, I'm talking like heavy. He put like, what's that, like silver tape?
Gorilla tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff is very sticky and it's very heavy duty.
And then it's ripping your hair out. Oh, what were you? Were you trying to Google who got his butt cheeks taped together?
Yeah, they didn't say the name in the website that I found, but when they take the tape off, it rips his skin off.
Yeah, that's what they say in the movie.
Oh, but it just rips a little bit of skin. It doesn't rip the skin off. Like it's not like Hellraiser or something like that, right?
No, but a little skin would suck still. Like I started having now I see it and I sympathize with. I think his name is Johnny actually.
Oh,
in the movie.
Well,
but
shit.
You don't see you don't have empathy because you're a hairless little seal.
Yeah,
aren't you?
Pretty hairless. Also, it's just
it must be nice.
You take the tape off slow. Oh,
no, you gotta go
hair,
fast.
Right, the hair. Okay, that's why it hurts so bad because the hair's
ripping out of your asshole or your ass, not your ass.
It would hurt, but also it's not as much as. I don't know. Yeah, it's not good. Hey, you want me to say that? It's not good. It's not good.
But I'm saying, so like that seemed preposterous to me, even like growing up in the 90s. I don't remember bullying like that happening in even public school that I went to. So I thought like, oh, that's the 80s. That's like archaic. But here we are in 2022.
Shaving the head of
a person.
So did he hunt them down and kill the kids who did this?
So that's what I hope happens. Micah Parsons, who is a beast of a man, I hope he hunted the kids down and caved their skulls in, but let's see what he actually did. So Parsons quickly sent out a tweet asking fans to help him locate the boy because this video went viral.
Help me locate the boy.
How did the video go viral? Did the bullies post this on TikTok or some shit? That's wild. Thank you everybody for the help. I've made contact. I wish everyone understand love is spread in multiple ways. Don't wait until we see pain and suffering, blah, blah, blah. There's no doubt that Parsons will have something special planned for this young man who obviously did not deserve to be treated this way. As great as Micah is on the field, he's quickly proving that he is equally great off the field as well. So he didn't beat the shit out of those bullies. I think he didn't go far enough.
He should just give that kid a ton of money.
Just give his parents like $50,000.
Yeah.
What's a ton of money, you think? What's appropriate?
For that kid, probably $50,000's a ton.
Yeah. I would imagine that's a ton. But he did just make a wild signing bonus, I do believe. Do check out Micah Parsons' contract. Let's let's check out his money situation, and then we can decide what's fair.
What's inappropriate?
Yeah, you know?
Well, this makes me think about how
He is like on his second year, so he might not be making that much money, but what does it say? Contract. Does it?
Contract.
he's
Current contract
he's a wide
was
receiver.
for
He is a linebacker.
Oh,
Micah Parsons
For
signed a 4-year, $17 million contract with the
Wow.
Dallas Cowboys, including
Just last year, right?
including a $10 million signing bonus.
damn!
$1 million for the kid.
The fucking Cowboys are so rich. See, here's my issue with
Well,
this
it's
stuff.
not. They,
Okay,
here's the thing: all the NFL teams have pretty much the same. They're dealing with
I
the
thought
same
Cowboys
amount.
got.
There's a salary
I
cap.
thought Cowboys
in
like the
NFL.
Yankees of this. Sport,
No,
aren't
there's
they?
a salary cap in the NFL. It's not like
Oh.
baseball where like one team has a payroll of like $2 billion
Right.
and one team has a payroll of $40,000. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no disparity. I mean, it's pretty. That's why there's so much parity in the NFL. That's why I love it.
What do you mean
like,
parody? Like
meaning like the worst team can become the best team.
Oh,
Look at
right,
the
okay.
Bengals. They
Mhm.
had Joe Burrow for 2 seasons.
Right.
You know, they were the worst team in the league. They drafted Joe Burrow,
Oh, they're
and
doing
2
great.
seasons later, they're in the Super Bowl. So that's what I love about the NFL. And Micah Parsons, they leapt on him because he had a insane rookie year. So usually they could wait like a few seasons to extend their contract because they're on their rookie contract but he could have held out or whatever, I guess.
Right.
So it gets down to that murky thing. But at the end of the day, they're all dealing with the same amount, and they can shuffle things here and there for signing bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, that is good. I guess I kind of knew that. That does make sense. While there's more equality in terms of the how you use your money.
Now, spending money on facilities and coaching
That
and things
is
like that,
different. The Cowboys
they
spend
can
like
spend
crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
where the disparity can come into play, and that's where a lot of times small market teams get left in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that could be the difference. But
Micah.
Micah, $1 million for this fucking kid. I can't believe you didn't do it.
I think that what should happen is not the players shouldn't pay it. The NFL should have a slush fund for players to allocate to people like this. You see every Sunday you see this thing where, oh, we did this thing, this charity thing. The players went out and did this stuff. Have the fucking owners paying this stuff. Have the owners out there doing stuff. They make the players seem like they're the ones who are the most wealthy, but it's the owners and stuff.
Oh, sure.
And they're just hiding back there being like, don't notice me that I have 100 times more than everyone here.
I would hope many of the owners, and I think some of them do, would write a check at the very least. They're maybe not. They're not going out and playing catch with the kids.
Yeah, but
But
write a
they'll
check.
write
like,
a
oh,
goddamn check.
Hey, Micah, here's the check. I'll pay for it. You keep your money. We like you happy with the money we're paying you.
Right.
So I'll fund the bully account.
Because in reality, what is Micah Parsons going to do? He's going to bring the kid. The kid's going to stand on the side of the field.
Yeah.
He's going to like have his. Hopefully, you know, maybe he pays for the rest of his haircut. I'm glad we didn't find that video. I didn't want to see the kid get his head shaved.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm sure they didn't do a good job of it. You know what I'm saying?
Also, why would they do that? I wonder.
I don't know. That's a weird thing. Maybe it's like a. Do you ever do something as a kid and then find out it was like not cool?
Like
You know what I
everything
mean?
you mean? Everything
Yeah,
you've ever done?
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But like you don't have malicious intent, and then
Like
you look
wearing
back and you're
Zubas?
like, oh, I wore Zubas all the time. I
Wearing
still wear
Zubas all the
Zubas.
fucking time. I
Still
need to
wear
get some Zubas again.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
Get
saw
'em.
a Zubas Vikings hat. It's so ugly. I almost got it.
I have way too many Zuba stuff.
Zubas.
Hell yeah,
God.
dog. Do you know who Tom Brady is, obviously?
Yeah, old Tom. Poor Tom.
What do you think
God.
about all that with his marriage?
I think it's sad. I feel like him and Rodgers are both just sad sacks now, and I feel they're so talented.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, part of being talented is knowing when to stop, leaving at the right time.
Interesting. So you think it's wear and tear on them and not necessarily the situations around them, or perhaps maybe like in Tom Brady's case, some mental stress. He doesn't look like he's lost
Sure,
a
but
step. It seems like the team
Something's happening.
You know what it is? You were just talking about this. The number ones don't play in preseason. Tom Brady wasn't even at training camp. Didn't even
That's
show
not
up
good.
till week 1.
You got to be in the trenches, you know?
Exactly.
You got to be with your guys, feeling the vibe.
I feel like physically, Tom Brady hasn't really lost a step, but I'm saying like the gelling of a team is a thing. As nerdy as I'm getting on this, it really matters.
This is why,
It's a dance.
back
You
to
have
the Vikings, this is why they're doing well. You know what you don't see on commercials at all?
Kirk Cousins.
You know you don't see on commercials?
Kirk
Just-
Cousins is
You don't
maybe
see them.
the most boring quarterback in the history of
He
time,
is so boring.
and that could be good.
He cares about a few things. He cares about God, family, and football. That's all that
That's it.
matters.
And for Russell Wilson is the same way, but add flying.
He's also doing Subway commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
That takes a mental toll.
There was a
You have to
TikTok
show
of
up.
Russell Wilson pointing to the things he cares about, and it was family, faith, football,
Subway.
flying,
So he flies planes.
evidently.
That's taking your head someplace else. Do that when you retire. You
Yeah.
do that stuff.
And we're seeing him unravel. But yes,
Dude,
Kirk
I feel
Cousins has
so
taken
bad
the
about
mantle.
Russell Wilson.
He is so bland and so. I mean, I guess that's good.
I think it's really good. He's also not the greatest, but you know what, Kirko? I'm a diehard supporter.
You know what
Kirko,
I
if you're
say?
out there?
I stand Kirk Cousins only because the man. You want to look up a contract situation?
Oh, it's
look
good.
up Kirk Cousins' all-time contracts. Just look up every. This man has made unbelievable amounts of money for borderline mediocre play. He got 2 fucking
Yeah.
what do they call it? Franchise tags when he was playing for Washington, each for over $10 million. Then
What's a franchise tag?
a franchise tag is when you can't come to terms with a player.
What's that mean?
Like you can't come to contract terms. So what the team can do is like one last thing and just they dump a shit ton of money to you. And every player,
Wow.
depending on their contract, they get a higher or lower franchise tag. So Kirk Cousins, I think his franchise tag the first time around was $10 million. And then the second time around it would have been like, I don't know, does it say anywhere on there? Have you found anything?
Well, this is the active contract
Wow,
right
a
now.
lot of money.
And he's the highest paid quarterback, I think, in the league right now.
No, he's not.
I think he is.
More than Brady and
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I think that's why people hate him so much too, because he doesn't show up, and they're just like fucking Cousins.
He has made a grip over the last
Damn.
and he might be the net wise, like netting money, he might be the wealthiest quarterback in the NFL that's active right now.
I did not know this. There's a lot I don't know.
Contracts are weird like that. And I mean that's just a mistake that the Washington football team, now the Commanders, then the Redskins made at that time. They were
Right.
having RG3. They didn't know what they were doing with Kirk Cousins. So get this. Kirk Cousins.
Can we call him Big Kirko, please?
Big
Kirko.
Kirko?
Yep.
He is the 6th highest earning player in NFL history.
Oh my God. Who's number 5?
See if you can find the list of that. I would like to know those too.
That's crazy.
But here, while she's looking for that, we will. Right now, he is making his current contract is for 1 year, $35 million. God. Signing bonus, $25 million.
What do guys with that money? What does he do with that money?
Back in 2020, I don't know. Back in 2022, his base salary was only $5 million. Or no, wait, hold on here.
It can't be that. That's last year?
No, it's
Oh no, he got it's part of the end of a contract, so I can't.
we have it up here on the screen
Oh, okay.
Big
for
Kirko.
the two years, the current active contract.
Active contract. Total value,
So
66
okay, here it
mil.
is, right here. 2020 to 2022. 2 years, $66 million. Signing bonus, $30 million. 2018 to 2020, 3 years, $84 million. He got franchise tagged in 2017, 1 year, $23.9 million. In 2016, he got franchise tagged for 1 year, $19.9 million. In 2012 to 2015, that was his entry-level contract, and he made $2 million over 4 years. So that was
That is so much money
Yeah, dude.
for a guy
Who hasn't really done anything.
No.
I think he's won 2 primetime games.
Okay, but guess what? We got new coach. It's changed everything. It's changed everything.
I'm not rooting
man.
against him. I'm just saying he has earned a grip. So let me see. Okay, that's the rankings. Go down past. We don't need to
Well,
see 12.
I don't even see Cousins. There he is. That's
This must be
That's
an
in-
old stat,
that's
huh?
not-
gotta be old.
Yeah, that must be like from.
This is 2022.
Well, that could be just in the current.
That's Big
contract.
Kirko for.
So here we go. Here's the list. Tom Brady's number 1, with a total earnings currently of $332 million and 0.9, I guess, or
So he
almost
uses that
$333
money.
million.
For massages and like
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, to kiss his children.
Special food.
Aaron Rodgers is number 2 with $305.6 million.
He's buying special bracelets and necklaces. He's buying like cool stuff for Shailene.
Yeah, you can buy. Well, they broke up.
Yeah, but he's still probably. I think he still likes her.
Did you hear Olivia Munn goes around trashing that guy, saying he's shit in bed.
To Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Olivia Munn's got some balls to be talking shit about anybody.
Exactly.
Okay?
That makes me go like, I puts my brain in a pretzel. It's
Yeah,
like the blacks and the Jews hating each other.
Aaron Rodgers is bad in bed. Ooh, let me, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Number 3 on the list, Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams with $300 million. And number 4, guy who just got benched and might not see the field ever again, Matt Ryan, is number 4 on
What
the
happened?
all-time. Well, he got benched by the Colts because if he were to play anymore, he would get guaranteed more money. And he's playing like dog shit, so they're like, bench him.
Really?
Shut him down. Yeah.
What a weird thing. It's the money.
It's money, and then
money
they're
matters.
and then they're gonna cut him maybe perhaps too. So another
Damn.
team could pick him up if they want, but he's been playing like such dog shit that I don't believe they will. But the whole reason I brought up Tom Brady a while ago was because of the fact that Antonio Brown has been trolling Tom Brady.
Who's he again?
Antonio Brown is a wide receiver who used to play with Tom Brady. They won a Super Bowl together with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And during the COVID season, you know, Antonio Brown was kind of wild and out. He was acting a fool. The cops were always at his house.
Oh, he had the problems. He's the
He
guy
had
who
some
took off his
problems.
helmet, went on the field, right? He got
Yes.
fined big time.
And he, at the time, Tom Brady was like, well, I want to work with him. I can bring him in. So he welcomed him into his home. And during COVID, he lived with him. And as time went on, you know, he obviously left the Buccaneers unceremoniously. Like you said, he ripped his jersey off and just walked off the field in New York and was like, what's up? And
He's got
everyone's
that cat bacteria thing, probably.
like, the one with the cat.
He's got it. He's got
Dude,
the
that's
crazy
what
shit.
people are. You're not the first person to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, my wife
That
has a
worm
theory
where
that,
it's like in their head, where it's like the piss gets a worm in their head.
yeah, some people think that all Hollywood directors have that
All of them.
because you have to be psycho to do that job.
They could be psycho from a different thing than the cat piss.
But you have to have this confidence that doesn't make any sense. It's like asymmetrical confidence, but you need it to get the job done. And I've worked with guys who I'm like, who the fuck are you? You're doing a great job, but where is this coming from? This has got to be some type of a bacterial infection that's giving you the ability to work like a fucking dog and just, I don't know. Some guys are just insanely.
I think that's a little bit more focused psychosis
Yeah.
than what Antonio Brown is. And that's why I do agree with you about the cat thing with him, because I think that catworm thing is fucking, it makes you really just off your rocker and
Well,
makes you act erratically.
You have no fear, too.
And I don't think that you'd be able to direct a film if you had that. You know what I mean? Because you are so erratic.
I think you could. You got a lot of support there. You got a lot of people who are like,
That's true.
Actually, the train is coming. Sir, the train is coming in 2 minutes. It's okay. We'll get the shot off. We have tails. We got to shoot these tails. Okay. Tail sticks. Let's go for it. Go for it. Okay, go. The train is a minute away, sir.
What are you
It's
looking
fine.
up the cat piss theory?
Toxoplasmosis. Yeah. I kind of want to get it.
I think at my old age, I might as well. You know what I mean? If I want to really shut it down and just kind of go for it.
I need to level up. I got to just level up now.
This is leveling up. You
I'm
think
ready
this
to
is like
level
the
up.
limitless pill?
I think it's more just sort of like having no fear, saying whatever the fuck you want. It's like a weird version of it's probably like a certain type of autism, maybe. Like I need a little bit of that. I need like a bunch of things. It's like maybe being a drug addict, like you have a controlled addiction. Being I don't know what it is, but I feel like I could use a little toxoplasm in me.
I don't think you can get just a touch of it, though. I think it's all in or not all in, you know?
I mean, I guess we'll have to find
I don't want to be
doctor.
like Antonio Brown, though. I mean, he's insane. And why would he turn on Tom Brady, who took him into his home?
Because he's got toxo.
That's
He's,
what I'm saying. I don't think that that's something that is productive.
But you're trying to get to the story here. I keep cutting you off.
Oh, no. I'm not. I mean,
What's the
you
story,
have
though?
a great theory. He's been trolling him online. Like at first when it came out that he had hired lawyers for a divorce, they showed this picture here where above you can see he tweeted that he was just for no reason. It made me wonder, while they were living together, do you think Antonio Brown cucked Tom Brady?
No.
Tom Brady seems like he could be into that.
Oh, I guess so. You're right. That's maybe Tom Brady is into it.
Yeah.
But if you're into it, is that? I guess technically it's cuckolding.
That's exactly what it is if you're into it.
Technically, but I don't know. I have to look at this closer. But it feels like Antonio Brown is just what makes him good is what also makes him a psycho online.
Perhaps,
right?
yeah.
It's that thing.
Well, he also he has no chill. He just continues. Justin M sent this in. He released a savage post on his Snapchat. It says here, just before Brady's Buccaneers took the field against the Panthers, who they got absolutely destroyed by the way.
Yeah, that's so sad. One of my best friends is a Bucs fan. Do you ever root for your friends' teams?
I root for the Bills.
But you never like, oh, my friend's team is playing and we're watching it. I'm going to root for his team as opposed to the team they're playing.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So he's a big Bucs fan, and I feel bad.
I mean, the Carolina Panthers are
trash.
Absolutely terrible, and they got blown.
They put up, what, a field goal?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about all this stuff.
Do you think
now.
this got to him before the game? I mean, what other explanation is there for his lack of ability?
The picture of his wife giving him the most platonic hug ever in front of everyone. Like, this is nothing.
Why do you think he's doing it, though?
Because Brown is psycho.
Yeah. He was taking his penis out at a pool in Dubai.
Oh, that's a perfect sentence right there. Taking your penis out at a pool in Dubai. That's what Brady should tweet. Brady should just tweet, hey, why don't you take your penis out at a pool in Dubai?
Brady is not, above tweeting some
He's not.
jokes and stuff.
He should be.
He should be.
But
yeah. We just said he made $333 million in his life.
He should hire someone to hire a guy who is just hire you. Hire someone like you to just, okay, this is Josh. He's taking over my Twitter. He's a Bills fan, but I tell you what, he's a Tom Brady fan because he's been paid, and he's going to take over my Twitter. And if you come at me, he's going to level stuff that's going to be not appropriate.
I know.
It's coming from him,
it's
not
coming
me.
from him, not me. That's exactly like a ghostwriter for Twitter. That's interesting. If you get out front of it where you're like, I'm not writing these. This guy is.
This is a quote from Josh Potter.
Yeah.
He's calling you something that I'm not going to say. Something like about some sort of a mental illness insult. That's the hardest thing I have trouble as a person who's growing older is using insults that are leveled, the mentally ill insults.
Yeah.
If you can't say psycho, I say psycho all the time.
Oh, I'm not stopping saying spaz, psych. I'm sorry, folks.
The spaz thing to me is outrageously ridiculous.
Yeah. That's really splitting hairs.
The best was someone who was a certified spaz being like, keep it coming. We love it.
Well, that's the thing. Care. Usually people who are the thing in which the word is about don't care. I don't know how. Yeah. I mean, it's like one or two people are like, and then, they make a whole organization all of a sudden, and then they're writing letters. It's pretty outrageous. But for the most part, normal people, we can all laugh at ourselves.
That's what
I'm
I always
a blind
say.
Idiot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever.
I have women's shoulders. Actually, a costume assistant said that to me one time to my face, and it's the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. Like a girl working on the show.
That is really rude.
This is how she said it. She's like, "It's okay. You have your little lady shoulders."
Oh, what a cunt.
Right before a scene, and I'm like, "Oh my god, fucking Tony, are you serious?"
What a bitch.
And I didn't realize I had lady shoulders, and now I realize, oh, that's why I can wear a smaller size than most men's things because I have lady shoulders.
Oh my god.
And she said it in the nicest, sort of the most. I mean, she was someone who I'm talking about. She was someone who would she would talk shit about other people on set, other girls, she does this, she fucking sucks. And I'm like, okay, so you're you're the shit talker.
So but that's the thing. She said it in a way that's like, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, oh, I'm saying it nicely, but is she? It's like one of those backhanded,
yeah, definitely backhanded, but
sarcastic almost. Like, oh, your little lady shoulders. Oh, fuck you. Mm-hmm. I would have been. That makes me mad that she said it in that tone too.
She did say it in a way. It was funny though. It was funny, so that's why I didn't mind because I was laughing at how brazen it was. So that's why it was kind of cool. Like, oh my god, you just said that to me. It's so.
But it's
so
more
crazy.
of I would have laughed and been like, "Fuck you," because it stings.
It did sting.
It would sting that she said it.
But at the same time, it opened my eyes up, and now I know.
How do you get rid of lady shoulders?
You don't.
They just exist.
Yeah, I mean, I can lift weights a bunch, but you can't really change your bone structure.
Should we start a foundation for gentlemen with
the Pemberton Lady Shoulders Foundation? Here at the PLSB, PLSF. Hi, I'm Johnny Pemberton. This is the PLSF. we're sending out tens of thousands of dollars to children, to men all over the world who have lady shoulders.
So grown men who have female shoulders.
Do you suffer from being incredibly androgynous? Well, there's nothing you can do about it. Make it work for you. At the PLSB, make it work for you. Surprise, a lot of women like an androgynous man. You just got to find them.
Are you sick of being discriminated against for your lady shoulders?
Are you sick of being called ma'am on the phone? Are you sick of having people walk into the men's bathroom, look at you, do a double take, go out and check the sign, then come back in and look at you again? Are you tired of wearing children's clothes?
I wish I can go back. I've had some body issues lately. I've started doing
Really?
yoga.
Body issues,
I'm getting
huh?
fat.
You're not getting fat. You don't look fat.
Well, people say that, but I feel fat, and
Well,
so I'm
as
getting
you-
into shape. What
What are you doing to get in shape?
Trying to do yoga.
Okay.
I'm trying hard to. I think I'm doing it.
Right.
I found out that child's pose is just how I normally sit,
Oh, okay. When you have your feet tucked.
like a little child. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's kind of, speaking of demeaning terms,
Child's pose.
child's pose. I go, well, this is how I sit. So I'm like, that's kind of fucked up that they call it that.
Have you ever seen any of those big time old school yogis? There's this guy BKS Iyengar.
No,
He's dead. This guy,
he's dead.
he has a cool body.
Ooh,
If you look up this old man, BKS Iyengar,
good luck spelling that. Let's watch him spell
this guy has the body.
Nailed it in one.
Oh, you would know
Dude.
that too. I feel, Rob. You you had
So,
it ready to go.
You got to look at topless or look, him without a shirt on and stuff. This guy looks crazy. He looks not in shape.
Are those his eyebrows?
But yeah, they are. He's got
those
this
are
crazy
some
eyebrows.
Wizard of Oz ass eyebrows.
This
huh?
guy could probably rip both of our fucking arms off. I feel like he is so strong. He does these poses where
But he has tits, doesn't he? In there?
he does. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing of having like body dysmorphia, thinking you look bad. This guy puts it all to shame. Doesn't fucking matter what you look like because he can do stuff that nobody can do. This guy is strong. He's like supernaturally strong.
But do you think he's fucking this guy?
This guy was probably beyond fucking.
Oh, they're both nodding. Yes,
he probably.
crazy.
I
Yeah,
think
but do you
this
think he
guy's
was
post
fucking?
fucking. No, I think this
He's
guy
so
is.
flexible, he could literally fuck himself.
Yeah, but do you think he
Exactly.
was fucking? Is he one of those guys? That
No,
was
this is not a bad guy.
RAPing.
As of this date, let's see, as of Tuesday, October 25th, this guy, he's dead. But he is not a the other guy. He's not a bad
he's
guy.
not bad. We haven't found anything.
No,
on him.
this guy is like the real deal.
Okay, good.
And he has his whole school. He founded. He's one of the most famous yogis of all time. But this guy's body, to me, it's so cool because he doesn't look. It looks kind of gnarly.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
doesn't
so
look
strong.
like he's got real parts.
He can do these poses where he'll stand and something you can't even do for a second. He'll stand there for 20 minutes.
Oh my god, he could probably crush your head in there. I mean,
Yeah, he's nuts.
I don't even know where his penis is.
Also, the interviews
His
he
penis
has.
is flexed up somewhere in there.
He's a great speaker too because he's such a hardcore. He doesn't like stuff that's flowery. He'll say like, "Oh, this is bad. This is stupid. You're stupid."
Oh, that's
He's kind of like that guy, Trogam Chumpa. You know him?
No, I don't know any of these
oh,
people.
well,
but
Chokum
these are immense
he's dead.
athletes too.
Chogam was more of like he was this guru who would smoke and drink and do cocaine and acid. He would do tons of shit all the time, but he would still. He said like it doesn't matter, like it's all just doesn't matter at all.
I like that.
Yeah, he was cool. Very cool.
I'm gonna
guy.
look that guy up for sure. That sounds like my cup of tea right
Trogam.
there.
There's a famous picture of him wearing a suit, putting a gun in his mouth.
Oh, this guy's
Yeah.
cool.
Chogam, I think it's Chogam Trumpa.
I just like the idea of like I'm gonna smoke, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna do drugs,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna yoga it out of my body.
There's supposedly this story about some family, a famous family. I can't remember who it is, but like a famous actor family, and they spent like $100,000 on cocaine for Chogam Trumpa. Like, how cool is that?
That's the best. I hope someday someone spends that kind of money.
Like,
on me.
imagine that, like James Taylor or
Yeah.
someone like that. You keep asking him for money to get you cocaine. Where'd all the money go? Well, I just spent $500,000 on cocaine for this guru who we have living in our house.
And he would impart wisdom
There it
upon
is.
them and things like
Yeah,
that.
he is the best guy because his whole thing was against spiritual materialism.
Yeah.
So he's like anti all the bullshit, like, oh, you have to find your space, all the flowery, all like the stuff where it's delicate, or all the stuff where it's, you know, when you call someone out for being like statusy, like like
putting up airs,
like the status version of religion and spirituality, but like when people do it where it's statusy, he was anti that. He would call it out all the time. So he was kind of like this force of, because back in the 70s, that shit was so popular, it became almost like a status symbol that you'd wear your Buddhist philosophy shit, and he would just talk shit about that because it was so rampant that he was going in their direction.
It's like crystals and shit like that.
Yeah, all the stuff where it's like the high-mindedness, sort of the elite version of it, or what's the word?
Commercialization.
Commercialization. He called it spiritual materialism, which I think is the best term for it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean that would be the coolest thing too, is like to be a guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna be the yogi, or like not the yogi, but the guru of like a star. I'll come move in. You have to supply me with X amount of cocaine.
Tons of cocaine, tons of pills.
All I need is coke and pills, and I'll supply the rest for myself.
It's like that guy too in that, what was that documentary called? The one with the
Wild Country?
Yeah. That guy,
that
that guy was juiced up like crazy.
Oh, sure.
He was getting injections and stuff of like ketamine and heroin and stuff.
Gack to the gills, baby.
Gack to the gills with the sweetest pills you can get. I need to be gacked to the gills with the sweetest pills, please.
That sounds like a rap song.
I must
like
be
that.
gacked to the gills.
Dude, thank you so much for coming in to do the pod, my man. I've been trying to do this for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we finally could. Please plug things that you'd like to plug again if you have any.
Yeah, just check me out online.
Check him out on. He's on the webs.
Google my name. Check me out.
Check him out.
Like and follow. Get stuff. Touch me really tough and rough. Touch me. Thanks so much, Josh. Was really cool. Touching all your butts, taping together. Now I can't shit. Oh my God, my butt's taped. I can't even fucking sit. Standing up, shitting in my ass, stays there, grunting in the glass, poo. Fuck you. Tom Brady gonna cut my hair, huh? Tom Brady should swoop in and be like, actually, I'll help this kid more than you.
Yeah, right.
Like how we're still continuing the podcast. It's over. Okay. Thanks for having me. It was
dude,
fun.
thank you for coming in. And by the way, thank you for checking out the show. joshpottershow@gmail.com is where you can send in anything you want, music, articles, whatever it may be. Send it there. And come see me in Buffalo, December 22nd, 23rd. Tickets on sale.
Buffalo.
Helium Comedy Club. At Josh_Potter on Instagram, at J_Potter on Twitter. And like, rate, review, subscribe. And we will see you next Tuesday right here in the Roach Motel on the Josh Potter Show.